Heyo.
What's up, everybody?
Everybody. Just me for now.
And the audience.
I didn't see them there. Hello!
Oh, whoa. Hey, you guys. It's like, have you seen the movie Yes Man?
Yes, I have.
Jim Carrey? When Zooey Deschanel knows every single one of her fans by name and is like calling them out before they start their song. Hey, Rodrigo, Frank, like, just like name them all off. Well, thanks to you guys for coming out.
Jim Carrey is like 20 years older than her, right?
I don't know. How old is Zooey Deschanel? She feels like one of those people that could be like a lot younger than you might think or a lot older than you might think.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, she might be like 36, but she also might be like 49.
She is 40.
Oh.
40.
Oh, Jim Carrey is 58.
And Jim Carrey is 58.
Okay.
Yeah, so 18
So
years.
not, okay. Just on the precipice of old enough to be her father. Okay.
What, are they dating?
What's the rule? Divide by 2, add 7?
Mm-hmm.
58.
It's divide by 7, add 2.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't invent that joke. That was already a thing.
Okay, well, good. I don't think you want to claim credit for that one. 29, 36 apparently is Jim Carrey's acceptable age. I mean, it's the rules of relationships definitely break down when you start to get past your 40s.
Right.
They weren't in their 40s when the movie was made, so...
I was like, Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey. He can... You know, he can date younger, probably. I don't know, as long as it's not getting to DiCaprio levels of.
Oh, so it's okay when Jim Carrey does it, but not when Leo does it.
Not when Leo dumps his girlfriend on their 25th birthday every single year.
Ryan, you still got a shot. Andrew, I'm past it. Andrew is on the precipice, but you, Ryan, you can get a couple months in.
I can live as Leo's girlfriend for not even 10 months.
Also, Andrew.
That's depressing.
Jim Carrey and Zooey Deschanel were dating in the movie Yes Men. This is where this started.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes Man.
Oh, okay.
Yes Men?
Yes Men would be a very interesting other movie.
That'd be a good
like
sequel name?
Yeah, the guru, what was his name, like Terrence or something, creates the cult of yes. But all of his yes men can only say yes to him, which causes hijinks.
Hijinks.
Hijinks ensue. And of course, Jim Carrey does not return.
No.
Because it's that kind of movie.
He's got the Sonic the Hedgehog money now. He doesn't need to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you've made a Sonic the Hedgehog, you're set for life. It's like basically an Avengers movie.
Yeah, the I think Paramount came to Jim Carrey and said, "Come on, Jim, you know a movie like this. You know a movie like this will set you for life."
A movie like this comes along once in 6 months.
Yeah.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
You'll only
Jim.
get the opportunity to sign on to a movie like this once every couple weeks or so.
What you holding out for, Jim? Another Mask movie? We both know that's never going to happen until 3 years from now, probably.
And yeah, actually book that in your calendar because it is in the works. We've got Rob Reiner attached.
But until then, don't you want to be set for life for 3 years?
Yeah.
All the Poontine and $2 coins your Canadian ass can swim in.
Poontine. I do not like that myth.
Poutine. It's poutine.
Poontine is a very different thing.
Okay, I gotta ask Lucas, were you doing a thing there? Or did you actually think it was called Poontine?
Yes, I was doing a thing there.
I mean, he's Jim Carrey. Like those Canadians, he's all about them. Canadian women and maple syrup.
I like my ass fried and covered in gravy.
Oh, God. We are off.
Remember when he had that creepy obsession? Who was the woman? Oh, man. Scarlett Johansson. That's who it was. You guys ever see that?
What?
No.
What?
Oh, okay. Well, it was very creepy.
What obsession?
I think it was Scarlett Johansson. There was like a woman that he was completely obsessed with, and he made these weird videos talking directly to
Jim
the
Carrey?
camera. Yeah,
Aw.
where he was like saying, like,
Shocker.
you're perfect. You're a perfect human." Like, it was just very fucking creepy.
Is this your hero? Do you stan Jim Carrey?
Oh, it was Emma Stone.
Oh.
I don't know if that makes it weirder or less weird.
I think it's weirder because she's younger, I think.
Oh yeah, then ScarJo. I see.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
ScarJo isn't...
younger than Jim
Isn't
Carrey.
Scarlett Johansson like 50?
Scarlett Johansson is not 50. Don't you slander Scarlett Johansson. She's 35. Jesus Christ.
Didn't even have to Google it.
No way.
No way! Dude, she looks fantastic. Like, ridiculous.
No. She looks great, but I thought, oh, she is 35. I thought I had this moment like a year ago where someone's like, oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson, like, she looks pretty good for 50. I'm like, no, she's not 50. And then like we looked it up and she was, and must have been somebody else.
Like, no, 50 years old and looking like Scarlett Johansson, and I would legitimately start to wonder if you're a government experiment. Like, something is literally wrong with your DNA composition if you look like that.
Turns out I
years
can't
old.
die.
Yeah.
I just keep forming new cells.
Yeah.
Even if you shot me right now, I would just heal.
I'm like a lobster. Like, my telomeres, they don't unwind at all, so I just have perfect DNA replication for the rest of my life. They're absolutely studying me as a model for anti-aging, and honestly, like, I might be the key to immortal life.
So long.
Yeah, you know, in between Marvel shoots, I'm just hanging out in the basement of the Pentagon while they run tests on me. No biggie.
As long as I don't get hit by a bus, good to go.
Or like cancer. No, it wouldn't be cancer. Or like fucking heart disease. I don't know. Something random.
I don't think Scarlett Johansson's gonna have to worry about heart disease for a while.
Okay.
What?
What the fuck was that?
She looks very fit.
Ominous?
People don't. You know that, right? Like, you don't.
No,
you can
I
be
know.
fit and have heart disease. It's possible. Granted, you're at a less risk. I'm not gonna say that, but
Also, apparently, she's only 35, so very low risk.
definitely a very low risk. But you know, more likely than cancer if she has perfect replicating DNA and chromosomes.
This is weird. This is a weird conversation.
Welcome to a very weird episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, the podcast sponsored by the Quarantine Cast. This is episode...
Hi, I'm Lucas, and welcome to a really weird podcast.
This is episode 109, and on the podcast today, we have the man on the precipice of taking down the Green Bean Bandit, Andrew Clark.
I'm gonna find you. If you are justice, please do not lie.
We will get to that.
Something, your blind eye.
Also on the podcast today, we have a man who accidentally took down an entire chop shop operation single-handedly in the course of trying to get his car back, Ryan Holtz.
So my Audacity isn't scrolling automatically with the cursor as I record, and it's driving me insane. Anyone know how to fix that?
Do you have a bunch of other stuff open that you could close to free up space?
What do you mean space?
Processing space?
I mean, it's not processing space. It's
Ow.
like not auto-scrolling. Like, you know how you click record, and then it just follows the red line as you record?
Yes, I do not know how to fix that problem, though.
Okay. Because it's not doing that, and usually I like to monitor it just to make sure that I'm not crazy peaking or just like it stopped recording on its own or some random shit.
Right.
So
I'm looking for settings. I don't know.
I'm dying on the inside here, boys.
Oh, no.
I don't know what does that.
This is my personal hell.
I also don't know if there'd be any way to fix that without pausing the recording. We could definitely do a 2-clap sync episode, but
Let's see. 1 second. There was one.
But where does it
recommendation,
end?
And I think it's wrong.
Ooh.
It's wrong.
Oh.
They said try maximizing the window and then minimizing it again, and blah blah blah. It didn't work.
Oh.
I'm dying, boys. I'm dying.
Welcome to the IT cast.
Don't worry, Ryan. It's okay that you're dying, because you will still see my machinations come to rot because I put them in place 45 minutes ago. And I'm Lucas the writer.
The only thing that I can think of, I don't know what this will really do. They're in the tracks section. If you go to align tracks, there's an option that says move selection with tracks on off. That sounds somewhat related.
Yeah, you can't use it while it's recording, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of things you can't do while you're recording.
You are for sure recording, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, minimize
It's all that matters.
the window. Out of sight, out of mind.
And then if my recording dies, fuck the entire hour and a half that we did.
Oh, okay. I see the dilemma now.
Oh, well.
No, if your recording dies and we have to scrap the podcast, we'll just supplement it with Lucas talking about the new Batman trailer for 20 minutes.
I don't know if I have 20 minutes of material on the new Batman trailer, but okay, I guess we're going fucking into it. News of the week. Right to Batman.
Lots of Batman this week, apparently.
Yeah. Batman is both for grown-ups only, but then also catering exclusively to My Chemical Romance fans?
What?
Yeah. That one went over my head.
Is it because Robert Pattinson wears eyeshadow?
I got Scene Kid vibes from that trailer, man.
You realize that every Batman wears eye black.
Yeah.
Or no?
I think Christopher Nolan's Batman is the only one that I know of that doesn't.
No, it does.
He does?
Yeah. You never see him without his mask on, but he absolutely does.
There was a whole College Humor
Then
sketch
it is
about
all of them.
Yeah. There was.
Yeah?
With what's his name? Pete Holmes?
Probably.
I don't remember. Who's the guy that played Batman? Badman? Hi, guys. Commissioner Gordon. I think that's your name, for we have never met. We should just get a feature-length Batman movie.
Yes.
That's what the people really want.
Get a Kickstarter going. I will donate.
Fuck this dark and gritty Superman. Or Batman. Who gives a fuck? Both of them are dark and gritty.
Right? And that's...
Here's the thing, is that, like, for the most part, like, Batman comics are associated with the dark and gritty because that's his whole shtick. Superman wasn't until Zack Snyder came along.
I mean...
I'm okay with Batman being dark and gritty.
That's his
Superman
whole shtick
doesn't make a lot
since
of
Christopher Nolan, and now they're just trying to, like, capture lightning in a bottle. That wasn't always the case in the comics. He was absolutely much more camp.
I think it's been
like
the
90s.
shtick since the 80s.
I would say 90s was more the shift. And then in the movies, definitely not until Chris Nolan came along and was like, I want to make it like a real person.
I'd make the argument that Christopher Nolan Batman movies, not even dark and gritty, they're definitely more grounded than I think any other Batman media. But he's still fucking having fun with it. Like in The Dark Knight when he just calls all of a dance team to his private yacht because he's kind of a dick and hanging out with them. Like that's
fun.
I
wouldn't call them dark and gritty, the Nolan movies. I would call them definitely dark, but the gritty is like the part that I think most people are reacting the strongest to, of like, my parents are dead and there's scum all over the planet. Like, and that was never Nolan's Batman. Nolan's Batman was definitely more like just kind of reserved, like kind of how you'd expect a billionaire douchebag to behave.
People know Batman has a dog that he dresses up like a bat and has him fight crime with him, right? Like that is a part of that character.
People know that when Batman slaps someone, it says kapow.
Yeah.
Comes out of his hand as he's making contact.
Perhaps you failed to recognize the fact that Batman's main nemesis is a clown. A regular clown. Not a Joker clown, just a clown.
Y'all didn't grow up realizing that Batman, when he drove into the Batcaves, was just going into the hills in Griffith Park. And it shows.
People know that Batman used to sleep next to Robin in Ricky and Lucy beds, right?
People seem to forget that Batman talks like this.
Our point being, Batman is an inherently weird, kind of funny character, and maybe doesn't totally work if on some level he isn't, like, at least kind of enjoying his lifestyle, which definitely was not the case for Snyder Batman, and doesn't look to be the case with Robert Pattinson Batman. I'm sorry, I don't know the director for that movie, but
Yeah. That's my red flag, was like when they said this is a young and disturbed Batman. I was like, fuck.
Oh, is that how they phrased it?
Yeah, one of the log lines was basically like, no, he's young and he's still dealing with the tragedy and blah blah, and it's just like, fuck, this is gonna be bad. Like,
I don't know. Here's the thing: Robert Pattinson is a legitimately good actor, and a lot of
wait, what? Hold on. You can't just pretend that that's a thing that you can say and not get questioned for it at all. Where
you don't
is
think
your
Robert
evidence of
Pattinson a
this?
good actor?
From what movie? You saw The Lighthouse in it with once, and he was way over the top. He played it like completely obnoxiously over the top, which is a strategy. That doesn't necessarily make him a good actor at every role. Like, are you using the Twilight movies as additional evidence of this?
No.
Okay, because that's all he's really done in the mainstream.
Oh man, I can't wait for him to suck in Tenet.
He might. He very well might. I'm not.
He was good in The King. He was good in The Lighthouse. Like, yeah, he was over the top, but that was kind of the whole point.
That's what I'm saying. It's the point,
movie.
but this is not going to be that. This is going to be incredibly, like, reserved and quiet, whereas The Lighthouse was kind of the polar opposite of that. So we don't know that that's a thing he can pull off.
I'm down for the Riddler. I'm looking forward to the Riddler. What if they get Jim Carrey to do the Riddler again?
Sounds like it'd be inappropriate.
Yeah.
Is he going to be like fucking Doc Ock? Not Doc Ock. Eggman? Dr. Eggman? That going to be a crossover?
He's got the big mustache.
Yeah.
I said I'd be home by Christmas.
Wow.
I'm gonna do it.
Sounds like the Grinch. Which was also Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it is Jim Carrey.
Grinch as a Batman villain.
Oh man, Robert Pattinson, he's not a good actor. He just goes way over the top. Jim Carrey, though.
Did I say Jim Carrey was a good actor?
You have said Jim Carrey's a good actor many times.
I have said Jim Carrey is one of my favorite actors. I did not say he is necessarily a good one.
Yes, you did.
No, I disagree.
I will go to bat. I will say Jim Carrey is a good actor because he's one of my favorite actors.
I will also say Jim Carrey has done stuff like The Truman Show and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And while I don't like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, most people do, and it has a lot of critical acclaim. So he has actually shown off that range that I don't think Robert Pattinson has. So, once again, not really defending him because I also don't know that he's that good of an actor. I just do very much enjoy him.
Sunshine, not as confusing of a movie as people make it out to be. That my hot take.
Oh, I didn't think it was confusing. I just didn't like it.
No, but I think a lot of people were like, "Oh wow, this movie, it's doing so. What's going on with this plot structure? I can hardly what." And no, it's whatever. I'm definitely gonna see this Robert Pattinson Batman movie. Andrew, you're here for it?
I'm here. I think it looks good. I'm excited. I'm not going to say like, oh man, we finally get a dark and gritty Batman movie because
thank God.
That's not what I'm, saying. That's why I'm excited about it. I just think it looks really interesting. And I don't know. I need a Batman palette cleanser after Batfleck.
This is going to be a.
What if you went the opposite direction and got a fucking 5-hour movie of Batfleck?
Yeah.
4 hours in 4 1-hour installments, actually.
Oh god, they're doing it like a mini series?
Yeah, they're doing it like a limited series.
Oh, that.
We're talking about the Snyder Cut. The thing that I would say nobody asked for, except apparently literally everyone asked for it.
Yeah.
So here's what's happening with Batman as of this weekend. The Batman. I feel like it's the intro to like the Funhouse Batman GTA thing. The Batman. Cholo Batman.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
So we got Robert Pattinson, the Batman. We got Batfleck back in the Snyder Cut of Justice League. We got Batfleck coming back for the Flash movie. We have a new Suicide Squad movie with like a third of the cast returning from the original Suicide Squad
James
movie.
James Gunn's name is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting on that project.
Yeah, they did like a behind the scenes sneak preview, and the whole thing was just like, James Gunn's here. Man, you guys like James Gunn, right? He's doing a great job on this movie. James Gunn. Like, ignoring the fact that there's a dude in the background who's just wearing polka dots. And his name is the Polka Dot Man.
Ooh.
There is a new Arkham game coming out. A Batman game without Batman.
A key feature, Batman is dead.
But no Batman. And then also... basically that, but the Suicide Squad version of that. Where you have to kill Superman.
Why?
Pretty great, y'all.
And the thing is that, like, except for maybe the Snyder Cut, none of it seemed bad to me.
That's fair.
I wasn't angered or upset or, like, even off-put by any of it. Except for, the Snyder
It's
Cut.
a refreshing change of pace. I'm glad they were able to, DC Extended Universe, able to go in a different direction that wasn't Snyder and wasn't Aquaman, which I know you found objectionable.
When do you think...
I mean, I didn't even see Aquaman. I did see Aquaman, but I didn't hear it.
What were you saying, Ryan?
When do you think the United States of America is going to have superhero movies go the way of the Western? Like,
Ooh.
Well, how long?
Is really no one else fatigued right now? I'm fucking brutal on superhero movies.
No, absolutely. Which is why I'm not going to see any of these movies except for the Batman.
I mean, that's one of them.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be a long time, I think, before I see another superhero movie, man. I am...
Two things.
Exhausted.
One, I think that the pandemic basically removing a year worth of Marvel movies is going to give people, a lot of people, like the brain drain that they need, and then they're going to go right back into it. And they're not going to get fatigued because they literally had a year off from Marvel movies. But also, like, how long were Westerns, like, the only thing being made? Like, how long did that era really last? Was it 25, 30 years?
I guess like 20 years.
20 years. I say it's probably going to be about
We got
the same.
another decade, yeah.
Yeah, at this point it's been, what, like 12 years of superhero movies being the only thing? So, somewhere between 8 and 12 years, probably.
I do have
So, if you're fatigued now, just you wait, Ryan.
I do have a question for you, Andrew, since it seems like you paid more attention to this event than I did, and good on you for that. Are they still doing the Flash movie, even though Ezra Miller maybe choked a woman in public?
Yep. Yep, they're doing it. Also, I didn't pay attention to the event. It's just over the course of the 3 days following the event, I slowly consumed more and more trailers that got recommended to me in my homepage on YouTube. But yeah, Ezra Miller is still coming back. So is Ben Affleck. So
all right, then.
Maybe that's going to be their draw, like, to distract you from the fact that the Flash movie has the potential woman beater is that, hey, it's Ben Affleck, everyone's favorite dude.
Yeah.
Also Michael
Everyone's
Keaton.
favorite guy who's also been Me Too'd in the past.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Only other thing I'll say about this, Wonder Woman, 1984. Looks good. Glad Kristen Wiig's Cheetah finally got showed off. Probably going to be an enjoyable movie.
Okay, she looked bad. Like, as the cheetah, that was some cat's shit.
I think that's exactly what that character needed.
I'm not saying that just because she was a literal cat. I mean, like, it did not look good. The movie looks good. She, as a cat, did not.
I think it's supposed to be unsettling. My hot take.
Hot take, directors are trying to make you not like their movie. You don't understand. It's good because they were trying to make you uncomfortable.
See, this version of Cheetah, Kristen Wiig is a young and disturbed cheetah.
Yeah. This cheetah's still getting over the tragedy. This cheetah is fresh off training with Cat's Al Ghul. I don't even know what the cheetah equivalent of Ra's al Ghul is.
He used to just be a detective.
He kind of... I will say the one thing that kind of made me like, cool, in the trailer was that they had some detective shit in there. It felt like they were finally fucking doing that. Like, Chris Nolan tossed them like an obligatory like scene where he analyzed a brick, and that was it.
Like, it was like, he's the world's greatest detective. And he just hit like the space bar, and he's like, I got it. I put this bullet back together.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Like he had some high tech shit. And he hit the space bar, and then it kicked out a result, and he was like, cool. It was like, he didn't really do any detective work, but I guess.
Ran it through the bat pewter.
Yeah.
The bat pewter. I got my bat Bezos. Yeah, no, and that's something that they, I think, talked about in the promotion a little bit, is they're trying to get back to the, like, this Batman is the detective Batman. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Since that was kind of supposed to be what he is. As
he just beats the fuck out of a henchman.
Oh my god. Like, okay, yeah, I did. Detective. I also wanted to talk about that. So, like, in every, like, other Batman movie that I've seen...
I don't like it.
I don't think you do.
I do.
So, like, in every other Batman movie that I've seen, I remember, like, leading up to the movie, all the actors would always talk about, like, the training they were doing, the different kinds of martial arts, and you could see that in the movie when it would come out, like, basically what they were doing when they were fighting. Robert Pattinson had a quote a while back of, like, yeah, like, they gave me a diet and they gave me, like, a training regimen, and I'm just not doing it. And so his whole thing, when they showed him fighting in the trailers, he just grabs a dude's arm, punches him, and then just back and forth, like closed fist backhands him like 5 times in a row, and then just hammer fists him on the ground.
I did have the exact thought watching that. Like, the first time he backhanded him, oh, cool, dude's out. And then he just kept going.
As the face sounds get mushy and you realize, all right.
It's like...
This is where we're going with this.
It's like, wait, okay, so yeah, they had to do this a couple of times to make sure, you know, they had it for safety. Did they just leave all the takes in? No? Okay.
Yeah, I picture, like, Batman, the world's greatest detective, along with Sherlock Holmes, another great detective, and they roll up to, you know, question a suspect, and Sherlock Holmes is like, I will deduce his intentions with my superior mind and intellect, and Batman just fucking grabs the dude and starts hammer fisting the fuck out of his face.
No. Batman does the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. He's like, where it slows down, discombobulate.
Yeah. Break nose entirely. Smash windpipe.
Kidney. Yeah.
No, I think that's a strategy rolling up on the situation. Sherlock Holmes, good cop. Batman, bat cop. No? That doesn't get a laugh? Okay.
I was just going to leave that in silence.
You can cut that if you want to, Lucas. Yeah. We're going to leave that one up to you.
No, it's Robert Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes, but it's like stupid things. It's not strategic. Like it's like every time you see slow motion, hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist. Like, well, if it ain't broke, right? Like
he's on the ground. His face is all smashed up.
Yeah.
His eyes are just wide.
Yeah.
Hammer fist. Hammer fist.
The fucking
exactly.
He doesn't know where he is anymore.
I don't know if you guys remember the early days of Ronda Rousey's MMA dominance.
Oh.
This is a really deep
yeah.
cut. But
Oh
she
my God.
literally won, I think, 15 fights in a row by armbar because she was just stronger than everyone else in the ring with her. So the memes were made with the sweaty superhero guy that has the 2 buttons, but both buttons say armbar. Like, that's Batman, but hammer fist. Just like, man, well, I have so many moves in my arsenal to choose from. Should I armbar Holly Holm or should I try to stand-up fight her? Oh, wait, I got my ass kicked. That's Ronda Rousey.
Also, the other fucking jobbers there just watched it happen.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
They had a lot of time to step in.
They didn't want that smoke.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
They did not want that.
Did you see the way he hammer fisted it, dude? So he's gonna like figure out who the Riddler is, and he's gonna like go after the Penguin or whatever, and he's gonna be in his bat cave preparing, and his butler is gonna be like, Master Wayne, what do you think you're gonna like? How are you going to defeat him? And he's just like taping a roll of quarters inside of his hand. The only way I know how.
Yeah. Alfred's just like, Master Wayne, this is unlike a criminal we have ever faced before. He's got cunning. He's got guile. You're going to have to outsmart him. Just like, it cuts to him literally like taping the roll of what was that? So
he's filling a sock with pennies.
What were you saying?
I got a roll of nickels, too. You want me to double up?
Yeah, is that what I'm hearing? Oh, wait, I can hammer fist with my left hand, too? That's some intellect right there, Alfred. That's the type of insight I need from you.
All right, we have milked this well dry. Guess we're working our way backwards on this one. Netflix offered an apology for making an extremely pedo-bait poster for the upcoming release of the French movie Cuties, directed by, I apologize if I butcher this, Maimouna... oh boy, I do not know French names.
Why'd you put it in the document? This is your entry.
You could have prepared.
Ducouri. Further adding insult to injury, the film was largely celebrated for tactfully depicting the experience of a Muslim girl living in France, discovering her sexuality and sexual identity.
And
did Netflix make the poster though?
I think they did.
So apparently the whole point of the movie was to like point out how like young girls are sexualized and how that's harmful, and like did that by following this like a hip hop, like a young girls hip hop dance troupe in France to like show how like much it fucked them up. But then Netflix picked it up and then cut together a trailer that it was just straight up pedo bait, and then so everyone like, you know, kind of rightfully so, like, said, like, this is so messed up. And then kind of went after the people that made it. They're like, guys, this was exactly what we didn't want to happen. I specifically requested the opposite of this. So, yeah, it was just kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Because, like, all the people that got mad, it's like, I can see why you'd get mad. Unfortunately, this was not the intent.
And totally avoidable. Like, I don't know what possessed Netflix to go this route with it. I
don't know, maybe they thought it would sell better. Maybe they're just going for the shock value. Maybe they thought they're like, oh, we'll draw the pedos in, and then we'll show them they're wrong for being pedos.
It really feels like they did a hatchet job to this movie, and hopefully didn't do irreparable damage to this young director's career, because to a lot of people now she's going to be the one who made the pedo movie, even though that's the opposite of what she did, and it fucking sucks.
Somewhere Elon Musk is just going nuts after how many times we've said pedo.
Also, my only closing thoughts on this, to the anime people out there who see this happening and are saying shit like, oh, wow, are people gonna, like, cancel the entire film industry now? No, didn't think so. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, nerd. Stop making this about you and your shit.
Starting to sound specific.
Yeah. I saw some very bad takes.
Is anyone calling for a cancellation of all of anime?
No, but there's such a fucking victimhood complex that, like, they think any criticism of this thing they like is a bash against them, and, like, oh, you guys just don't want this to be a thing, and, like, no, fuck off. No.
To me, this specifically lines up almost exactly with, like, the backlash to anime that sexualizes what are clearly underage characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people get mad about it and then try to get it removed. I don't know if anyone, like they're saying, is trying to cancel anime. Definitely people saying it was a mistake, but that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're acknowledging that Pandora has left the box. That's how it works, right?
Pandora's left the box. I repeat, Pandora is out of the box.
Master Wayne, you're going to need all your cunning and skill to defeat Pandora.
Puts a couple of oranges in a pillowcase.
Now why do you do all those push-ups, Master Wayne?
And I heard your cries echo through this hall.
Oh, those weren't my cries, Alfred.
What? Baby Bruce Wayne was beating up criminals?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Going into video games, Stephen King learned Tekken jargon.
What's that mean?
Someone accidentally tagged like an author in a tweet that was meant to be one of the Tekken devs, and then it was like talking about like the stats of a character and like move sets and all that kind of shit, and then the author's like, I don't know what this means. This is weird. And then Stephen King came in with like, interesting, baffling, truly, blah, blah, blah,
Strange,
blah.
interesting, tantalizing.
Where did Stephen King get tagged, though?
Oh, he follows the other author. They're friends, actually.
He just kind of butted in.
Gotcha. I understand most of this. Is that just because I'm a huge nerd?
No.
I feel like it's not that crazy. I mean, I guess...
Huh. I mean, most of it made sense to us because we know what video games
Stephen
are.
King is 80. 80 and change.
He's not 80. Right?
He's 35.
He's definitely not 35, but he's not 80.
72.
72. Yeah. I was going to say, Jesus Christ, if Stephen King is in his 80s, like...
Look, all I'm saying, with all the drugs he did, that is a hard 72.
No, he's preserved.
Yeah.
The man got hit by a car and he was fine after
He
a
was
while.
not fine.
After a while, he was.
Man got
man
cancer.
bounces
He
back.
was fine after a while. Well, I guess. That's one way to look at it.
Oh god, how different would Stephen King's writing be if he didn't almost die? Fuck. E3 didn't happen this year, but it still found a way to piss people off by putting out an article. Oh god, I'm trying to find the exact title.
Great list of games women gamers are playing. Any of your favorites make the cut?
Women gamers.
Opens with the
Straight up
line,
ratioed, huh?
girls love gaming just as much as men.
Pink Call of Duty. Pink Madden.
Number 4 of the 25 games for women, Bejeweled.
Burger King foot lettuce.
I don't know. My only other notes on this, fucking good job, just collective consciousness, for going after E3 and the ESA on this, and not the individual writer who wrote this, because they Oh boy, they were absolutely put in an awkward position. I actually read through it before it was taken down, and it was very clear that, like, oh boy, there were some compromises having to be made to appease editorial.
Oh, so you don't blame the original author, you're saying?
I do not blame the author. I think this was either a paycheck gig or, like, hey, you need to write this. You need to include, like, these titles in this, was the impression I got from the piece. One of the two.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Am I right, lady? I don't know, man. They didn't have to go that hard.
There's some flair in there,
yeah,
Lucas.
There's a difference between dutifully publishing a listicle and, getting a little above and beyond.
My favorite line from this Kotaku article: "Girls love gaming just as men," it begins. Ah, yes, the two genders, girls and men.
Yeah. And then once again, diamonds are a girl's best. I don't know, man. I think that author can take a little heat.
That's fair. All right, you talked me into it. You talked me into it.
Hey, grab a pitchfork.
I'll cancel them.
Yeah, grab a pitchfork and a torch. We're taking down someone's livelihood.
Speaking of taking down livelihoods, here we go. Apple is threatening to terminate Epic's access to develop for iOS and Mac devices. This would mean that the extremely popular Unreal Engine would no longer work on Apple devices. Also, apparently a month and a half before all of this started between Epic and Apple, that being Epic not wanting to have to give Apple a cut of any microtransactions that happen in Fortnite on Apple devices. Epic essentially asked Apple if they could just, like, not do that, not pay them despite being on their platform. And also, there is an official free Fortnite hat now. So,
cool.
Fuck it. I think at the end of the day, I want Epic to win this. I think that'll have more benefits for, like, more independent and small game creators. But they're making it borderline impossible for me to not even fucking root for them in all this. Just to be like, yeah, no, I'm on Epic's side here. I can barely do that because they're being such fucking horses' asses about this.
So the best thing about this hat, in my opinion, is that Fortnite has become such a different thing than what it once was. There's so much going on in it that it took me a while to figure out what the picture was on the hat before I realized that, oh, it's the llama. That thing that was its mascot for like a little bit, but it's become something, it's so much different than what it was that, like, I don't know, like they could have put Aquaman on there and been like, the universal symbol of Fortnite, Aquaman. I don't know, guys.
Also, fucking free Fortnite, that thing you can play on literally everything else that isn't a phone right now, which was the worst way to play it anyway, and people give it shit. God. Fuck. I hope they win, but fuck.
Well, I mean, if anyone was going to, give them tons of money, it's going to be little kids that want, those skins and shit that use their parents' credit cards. And they're going to be playing it on their phones. So.
Yeah. Also, and I'm ripping this off of other people, it's become increasingly clear that the reason Epic is just going after Apple in this lawsuit is because Apple has also been hit by other people for some antitrust stuff lately, and, like, it's pretty clear they want to capitalize on that, even though, Microsoft and Sony also get 30% cut of all sales on their platform, but whatever. It's very clear that Epic is being generously opportunistic here, and it's exhausting. This is all exhausting.
I hope they kill each other. I hope that, and that's not what's going to happen. No, but I legitimately. No, I hope they I hope they somehow run each other into the ground and becomes like the Hatfield and McCoys. That it's just this endless war going on between the two organizations, and it ends both of them.
Oh shit, they have 60 lawyers on retainer? We gotta get 70 lawyers on retainer.
And then we'll still make trillions.
Yes.
Like, saying that they can kill each other is very optimistic about modern capitalism.
I'm an optimist.
Yeah. Is that, well, it's not optimistic for the success of the average human being, but I guess it's optimistic for those companies. You go ahead and lick those Apple boots, Andrew.
I said I hope they kill each other.
Do they taste like fruit?
I'm basically saying a cab, but for like big corporations.
All companies are bastards.
Yeah, all companies are bastards. There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's in the title running.
Does that make me a bootlicker?
So I'm gonna find a way to make you.
Oh, okay.
You implying that that's even a possibility is maintaining the status quo that companies are actually competing and actually vulnerable and won't get bailed out if they actually start to lose money. You're part of the problem, Andrew. It's time for you to fess up.
Okay. My bad, I guess.
Hashtag cancel Andrew.
Okay.
I guess I won't go burn down Apple tonight because somehow that would be pro-capitalist.
That would be saying that just burning down a building is enough to take down one of these national conglomerates that control the way
guys.
we think.
If you want to be a real radical, you know the only way to do this is to peacefully protest.
If you want to just really stick it to them, you just have to say snide things on the internet about that.
The revolution is here. Get on your Twitters.
The revolution will be podcasted.
I mean, isn't that the whole reason we started the Quarantine Cast? The sponsor of this episode?
Yeah. I had just bought a whole bunch of guns, but I guess I'll go take them back.
Yeah, turn them in for Google AdSense dollars.
I guess I'll just join Joe Biden's canvassing organization.
I'm going to do the Pete Buttigieg high hopes dance. That'll fix things, right?
No.
How long?
I'm going to go pass out Pepsi at riots.
I'm going to Pokemon Go to the polls.
How long before Pete Buttigieg's high hope dances in Fortnite?
If it's not now, I mean, it's not relevant anymore.
You know, I'm going to say it. I think Pete Buttigieg plays the Riddler in the Batman.
Jesus.
I don't know. Riddler seems kind of anti-cop.
Yeah, watch out for that.
Might be too far away from Buttigieg's fucking, I don't know, actual beliefs. Fuck it, I lost it.
Yeah. Close enough. Insert punchline here.
Any memes this week?
Nah.
Then the breakouts.
Hey guys, does anyone know when Red Dead Redemption 2 was released?
Oh, I think it was like late October 2018. It's like in my head, like sometime in the later 20s.
You're right.
Okay. It's good.
October 26th, and it's not because, and I know it's not because I wrote it down.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
October 26th, 2018 is when Red Dead Redemption 2 was released to the masses.
And you bought it on the day one.
No, I bought it like 2 weeks later. And as of August 18th, 2020, I have finished Red Dead Redemption 2.
Wow. Claps in the chat.
I did it. I did what no man before me had done.
The first one.
How high is that bad boy getting in our 2020 top 10s?
No.
I mean, it's not allowed. It's not allowed. Unfortunately.
What'd you think? How did it finish out as strong as you had hoped?
I mean, it's good. Like, it's definitely good. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an excellent game. It's a little long, but not necessarily a bad thing. Probably felt a little longer than it actually was, because it didn't take most people carry the one 20 months to finish that game. But that's how long it took me. But yeah, no, it was a good game. Cared a lot about the characters. Really good story. The missions themselves were pretty linear, which I know people have been giving Rockstar shit for a while, but it's like, who cares? 90% of other video games missions are also linear. They just happen to have linear missions in this gorgeous world with a whole bunch of shit you can do. And then after you finish the game, the whole first game's map is just now available to you.
Oh.
And that's dope.
Pulled a Pokemon. Nice.
Yeah. Be nice if there was the missions of the first game.
You know, if you could just like
imagine.
I
would
was
go berserk.
I got farther and farther into the epilogue, which is very long for an epilogue. Epilogues are usually like maybe an hour. The epilogue to Red Dead Redemption 1 was like 45 minutes. Yeah, no, this is like 15-ish hours of epilogue. But like, as more and more of the map started becoming available, and it like starts getting up to the Red Dead Redemption 1 timeline, which I assume that Red Dead Redemption 1 starts very shortly after this game finishes for good. That's kind of the way they set it up.
I think it's a couple years, I want to say.
Well, like in the credits sequence, it shows like the FBI guys like kind of like going through towns and interviewing people, and then like getting to his ranch and looking at it and seeing it. And the start of Red Dead Redemption 1 is John like talking to people on a train, basically saying like, "Yep, the government just kidnapped my kid and my wife. Got to go kill my old friends now." It's like, I assume that it was shortly after, but
that's fair.
There was a split second where I thought like, oh, maybe it'll just lead right into it and you'll just play the whole fucking first game.
I mean,
and
they probably could have done that.
You know, they probably could have.
The more I think
remastered Red Dead Redemption 1.
The more I think about it, the more rad I think that would be if at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2, you could just play a better version of the original game.
Yeah, just seamlessly into it. That would have been so fucking crazy.
Yeah,
but alas, did not happen. Still pretty good. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
The question has to be asked: did you like it more than the original Red Dead Redemption?
I mean, I think I said it like a while ago when we were talking about it. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a better game.
Okay.
It's a better video game. The world is better. There's more options. It plays better. It obviously like looks so much better. The depth of the characters is better. The majority of the storyline is better. I think Red Dead Redemption 1 is paced better. And there's a couple more moments that I think were a little more epic. It could be nostalgia talking, but like I think Red Dead Redemption 1 was just so fucking perfect for what it was. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is just different, but also very, very good.
And I think this will be the last one I ask. Ryan, if you have any other questions, go for it. But did COVID, do you think COVID made this game hit any differently for you? I only ask that because even though I haven't played it, I know it really hits on some themes of like the futility of everything, and that maybe could be a little tough when everything just seems a little more anthropic right now than what it was maybe when this came out.
I mean, didn't you finish this game like a year ago?
Red Dead Redemption 2? I never played it.
No, Ryan.
Not a year ago. I don't know. Was it 6 months ago, maybe? Slightly pre-pandemic.
Okay.
I think. I don't remember.
All right. Fair enough. What you think of Metro, Andrew?
Metro is solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like the Redux version came out like 5 years ago, and then they just re-released a new version of the Redux. But like you can tell it's a dated game. Like it's very linear. Like the gameplay is very simple. Not a lot of like the gameplay is like crisp and suspenseful, but it's nothing really special. And there's not much of a storyline going on, but the world, the dialogue, and just kind of like the lore that they've built up into it, and the mood, it's like really good. I can see why it was a cult classic. But I'm more excited to play Metro Last Light, because kind of what I've heard about it, Metro 2033 was like a cult classic, and like a lot of people like liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. But Last Light is like actually a good game. So
let me know if that turns into a Fallout situation where hopefully it does. I hope it does not get a little soulless between going from a weird cult classic thing to actually successful. But
well, it's also kind of weird because like Metro 2033 is based on a book that is called Metro 2033 that like apparently is like this huge classic in Russia that was released in like 2000 or something, and it like apparently just everyone loved it. It was like the biggest shit over there. And Metro 2033 is, I think it's a Ukrainian game. I think it was made in the Ukraine. And so like it kind of had that like soul of that book into it. But like Last Light is its own story. Like it's a sequel and they made it their own. So like I'm kind of wondering if that makes it better because they were able to like create their own like game, or if it makes it worse because it was kind of just breaking off from what inspired it. I don't know.
All right.
I'll find out.
Looking forward to hearing about it. Ryan, what are you checking out?
I'm playing Fall Guys.
Oh shit, are we about to go right into the group chat?
Fall Guys.
And that's what I'm doing.
Oh, all right. What do you think of Fall Guys, Ryan?
I've got wins.
Yeah, Ryan won twice last night when we were
fucking
playing.
Hell.
And twice today.
Were they all on Fall Mountain?
Yes.
Oh.
Every single one of my wins has come on Fall Mountain.
Oh, man.
I am very good at the races, I'm realizing. The races and the fucking spinny one that I don't remember what it's called. That's the easiest shit in the world, and somehow people get eliminated on it.
Mm-hmm.
I play it fast and loose.
And then you pay the fucking price.
Yeah.
Also, I now realize you describing the spinny one. That could apply to like 3 different maps.
The one where there's like a rotating platform. There's like 5 different rotating platforms,
okay.
and you have to run between them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they released a new costume, which is Peabody from Portal 2, the co-op mode that me and Andrew beat together. So I was very motivated to, at the very least, get the top half. And now I'm actually somewhat close to the bottom half.
Ooh.
I need 5 crowns, and I have 2 right now. So 3 more wins, and I will potentially get the bottom as well. But I only have 1 day left. So
damn.
Gonna be cutting it close. So, yeah, man, it's fun. I feel like you guys are enjoying it too.
Very much.
Yeah.
Andrew, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I also like it. I love that there's a fucking really popular online multiplayer game out right now that doesn't have shooting as the main mechanic, since I generally suck at that. But this, I feel like I can actually participate and not in the back of my mind have to worry about sucking at this game and holding the people I'm playing with back.
Yeah, that's I like it because I mean, like, one, I think it's a really fun game, but like it makes me feel good knowing that this is a game that pretty much anybody could play. Like, I don't know, there's 3 buttons and a joystick. Anyone can play this game, and it's just like so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good video game.
It is pretty
Video
good.
game.
Recommend that everyone try it out.
We got a Fortnite killer. The fourth Fortnite killer to come along.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many Fortnite killers have we had?
4. I think. Apex.
COD.
Yeah. At least 2. Two that attempted.
Battlefield Firestorm.
2.5.
That's more like 2 1/3.
Battlefield didn't try that hard.
No.
Poor Battlefield.
No, not poor Battlefield.
I get, for as on the outs is what people have been saying Call of Duty is. Battlefield is even more so.
Yeah. People really did not like Battlefield 5 when it came out. And I guess it's like, patched and updated its way to the point where like it's good now, kind of in the way that like happened with Destiny, but I think people are just kind of over it already.
Yeah.
But like Battlefield 1 is like maybe my favorite shooter of all time. I loved that game so much, and I was so excited for Battlefield 5. And I played the beta, and I just like nothing that I liked about Battlefield 1 is here anymore. This game feels so different. I hated it.
You like most Battlefield fanboys, judge the modern Battlefields based on how much they resemble Battlefield 1. Yeah. It's a fun time. Also, Warzone still going strong. I'm playing every single time. I'm dropping Stadium and trying to get the Easter egg that allows you to get a Juggernaut.
Oh. Yeah, that seems like the meta strat right now.
No one else does it.
Really?
Yep. Me and my team are pretty much exclusively the only team that ever opens a door. We've had one time where another team opens the door. And even if they open one, you're technically supposed to open 3 in order to get the code. But I use a website that, uses an algorithm to decode it. So, yeah. Even if we get one door out of the 3, at the most we'll have 126 combinations to try. And when there's 2 of us working from both ends of the list, we pretty much get in every single time we're able to open up one door.
Wow.
It's pretty great.
So other people aren't trying to get the suit that makes you a borderline unkillable god in this battle royale game?
So you have to drop Stadium, which is definitely a hot drop. You have to survive that while looking for these key cards on the ground within the first minute and a half, and if you don't find any, then you can't get in any of the code rooms. If you do find one, you have to, and that's if you find one, then you have to type in that code, get into the room, get the code from the computer, bring that up to another part of Stadium while probably fighting through enemies to get there. And then even if you have my website, which 99% of the people probably don't have, you have to try 126 combinations. Unless you obviously get 2 rooms, then it's only like 6. But then you have to find 2 key cards, which is even harder in a minute and a half of time. So yeah, then you have to type in 126 codes, and then when you get in, there's 6 different rewards, and only one of them is a Juggernaut. You could be a specialist bonus, which is where you get every single perk in the game. You could get a durable gas mask, which is like a 3 to 4 time longer lasting gas mask.
Very useful right now.
You could get just like a bland fucking loadout drop, which is really disappointing when that happens. Or you could get, what's it called? There's another one. I don't know. There's a few of them. So, Juggernaut's just one of the potentialities. We've only gotten it once, even though we've gotten into that room at least a dozen times. So
follow-up question. What would happen if somebody wearing a Juggernaut suit got hit by a truck?
It does damage. It doesn't kill them, though.
Andrew, we still got a chance.
Okay, so we gotta take 2 cars. I'll hit him first, and then you come in for the kill.
V formation, give it a little bit of space. You come in, take him down the first time. He turns to try to blow you up, and then I get him from behind. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
We'll double team him like Earl Thomas and his brother.
Yeah, you can see the cars on the radar. When you're a Juggernaut, you definitely need to stay away from open areas at all costs. Like, just basically live in houses and then drive from place to place in a car. And then, yeah, you got a fucking minigun. It's like purpose built to destroy cars. So, good luck, fam.
We will need it.
Yep. And also, Earl Thomas is released from the Ravens.
Yep.
And Luka Doncic is a bad man.
Yep, just a fucking psychopath on the court.
And the Bucks are somewhat alive.
No need to be sad. The Bucks are beating the Magic. It's fine.
We were about to play the Heat, arguably the best three-point shooting team in the league. It's gonna go great.
It's okay. We have that impenetrable defense from, 12 regular season games ago.
Yep. So that's where we stand.
Monkey's paw. Although I guess if we win in the end, it's fine, right? Or did everybody just want the Bucks to dominate?
If we win a championship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It would be
okay.
fine. Yes, it would definitely be fine if we won the whole fucking thing.
I don't care if we win every single game by 1 point in quadrupled overtime, as long as we win a championship. Like if we we go down 3-0 every single series, losing by literally 100 points. As long as we then win 4 games in a row, don't matter to me how we do it. I mean, and once again, as long as we keep Giannis, I don't give a fuck what happens in these playoffs. Like, if we get outed or get ousted by the fucking Magic this round, as long as Giannis stays, I could care less, man. I just think that's the best chance to keep him.
Does actual basketball go to a shootout eventually, or is that just Air Bud rules?
Is that a thing in Air Bud?
I thought that was a thing in Air Bud.
Shootout?
I thought Air Bud...
You played basketball in high school, Lucas.
I mean, technically...
The Berlin basketball team wasn't competitive.
No, we
They
weren't.
never went to overtime once?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if I ever won a game in high school.
You'd won a game, right? We're looking it up live on the podcast. You guys vamp. I know the website. Talk about your basketball experience, Lucas.
It was bad. I don't know. Coaches were doing their best, but did not have a lot of talent to work with. I was it was me and one other guy in our grade, Andrew, who did basketball. That was it. Out of a graduating class of like 115, 125, 2 guys were playing basketball. That's how much we sucked.
Yeah, it was rough.
And your dad was the coach, Andrew?
He wasn't the high school coach at that time. He was the high school coach a while ago. But then he stopped being the high school coach so that he could coach me in middle school, and then, I assume in his brain, follow me along and, move up a grade every time I, moved up until I got to high school and was the prodigy at basketball that he thought I would be, except I was god awful at basketball. And he just never went back to high school.
Your dad tried to Mr. Sweeney you?
Yeah, I know. My dad tried to Mr. Sweeney me as a coach, but I was really bad, and I said I wasn't going to play basketball in high school. It's like, oh, well, I guess I'll just stay.
Did you play your senior year, Lucas?
I did.
On varsity?
I did.
You guys won 1 game.
We won a game?
You went 1-21.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
You did win a game, though.
Yeah.
You were far and away the worst team in your conference. You didn't win a single conference game. You went 0-16. The second worst team was 4-12.
I think
Who did they beat?
Let's find out.
I think
Game schedule.
Oh, this might have. I think we were technically D2, even though we definitely should have been D3 or something like that.
I mean, it wasn't. I'm talking about conference, not division.
Okay. Okay.
Did you play basketball? Are you gaslighting me right now?
I
Lucas
played
definitely
basketball.
played basketball.
Okay. Weren't involved in the politics of it all.
Oh
my God, you guys had some bad games.
Yep.
You guys lost 52-11.
Ryan, do you now see why I have maybe chosen to delete a lot of this from my memory?
Yeah, Lucas is like, you don't have to do this to me, man.
You guys beat Adam's Friendship. That was your one win.
Yeah.
We used to play them sometimes too. You beat them 31-30.
God.
Oh, fuck, a nail biter.
Yep. And that was far and away the closest game of your season. You had some bad ones too where the other team didn't, like 33-12.
Lucas doesn't need this right now. It's a tough time for all of us. We don't have to go bringing up high school shit.
33-12? Like the other team is pathetic too in that situation. You scored 33, like 44 combined points, and your top scorer was Eric Mueller, who scored almost 9 points per game, but not quite. Oh man, it's yeah, y'all were pretty bad, huh? But you did win a game.
Yeah.
So let me go to roster and make sure that Lucas was on the team.
Oh, actually, I wonder what my listed height is.
Lucas was on the team.
Yeah.
Listed as 6'2".
Yeah. That's fair.
Let me click Lucas's profile.
Oh boy.
It's got nothing on it.
That's fair.
Lucas Lodi Derider.
Oh yeah.
Lucas played in 3 games.
Yeah. Hey, Lucas, I don't want you... I know Ryan's trying to bring you down, but I don't want you to feel bad about any of this shit, because you were known on the basketball team because you were getting estranged from out of town.
That's true.
You guys only had 10 players.
Yep.
What the fuck, man?
Dude,
Did you have a JV team?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they knew we weren't going to be able to breed talent on the varsity team.
Well, yeah, but feels like you could have just made the JV team part of the varsity team if you only had 10 players. Or at least the majority of them. Did you have a freshman team?
We did.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Nobody went out, man.
Well, exactly. So, but you had a freshman team, JV team, and varsity team. If you consolidated that to just varsity and JV, you maybe could have fleshed it out a little more. Yeah, you know. This is the basketball coach in me. Just like, what the fuck, fam?
I was varsity all 4 years in cross country. Can we focus on that or not?
Let's do it. Cross country.
Hey.
They're not on this website. I was going to look up your cross country records. Let's do it.
We were not bad, like, cross country. The girls' team from our hometown in cross country was
spectacular.
Absolutely elite. Like, legitimately elite. We were okay.
I will never fucking forget. And you know what? Yeah, I do have a chip on my shoulder for this. Girls' volleyball team in our town goes to state. They threw a fucking parade for them. Girls' cross-country team goes to state.
Nothing.
One person showed up with a poster, maybe? Nothing.
Girls' volleyball is basically like football. That's what happens, man.
Right.
Although we did like giant pep rallies for every team that went to state, like including like Special Olympics and forensics and all sorts of shit. We were actually pretty cool with that stuff.
We only did that when the girls' volleyball went to state, and then when the boys' basketball went to state, like our freshman year, and then after that, we were just awful. But yeah, the girls' cross country and track team were just unstoppable, and nobody gave a shit.
There's a gap in your cross country history, Lucas. What happened in your junior year?
What?
Yeah. They've got times for all 4 of your years except for your junior year where you're mysteriously missing times.
Where are you looking at this?
I don't know. I googled Lucas DeRuyter cross country.
Jesus.
In 2013, your personal best 5,000 meter time was 19 minutes and 20 seconds.
I think I can beat that now, but not bad.
Wait, really?
Good job, 15-year-old me.
No, I couldn't even come close.
I was
to
gonna say
that.
that's really impressive if you're beating your
You don't
high
think
school best.
you don't think you could run 3 miles sub 19 minutes?
Not anymore. Like back in the day, of course I could.
Well, of course you could. Lucas couldn't.
I mean, but I was faster than Lucas.
Not our freshman year.
Here we go.
Not our freshman year.
Oh.
I grew. I developed.
Wait, sorry.
Lucas had
define
raw
Andrews.
talent. I worked until I didn't.
Andrew Clark. I didn't find you, by the way.
I have a common name.
I
Lucas
know,
DeRuyter's
but
a bit more unique.
I said Andrew Clark, Berlin cross country, and I didn't find
All of
anything.
my... I have to log in or create an account in order to see...
No, you don't. On athletic.net.
Yeah, no, I'm here. All of Lucas's stuff is blurred out, and it says I need to log in.
Not for me, 'cause
Oh.
I'm special or something. Oh, wait. No, that's Bethesda, Maryland. Is there a way to, like, look you up by team? This is hard. Berlin.
Berlin High School.
Trying to...
New Berlin, Eisenhower. They're always the ones that come up, aren't they? So what was your personal best time, as you remember, Andrew?
I don't remember.
I mean, you knew that it could be sub 19.
I knew it was in the 18s because my coach kept hounding me to get into the 17s, and I could never do it.
I do remember... I do remember one course, I think it was either our sophomore or junior year, where they mismeasured the men's track. So it was maybe, like, I think either 2 or 3/10 of a mile shorter than what it should have been.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
everybody just PRs left and right.
Yeah, no, okay, so I will say that I have run sub 18 minutes, but it was on that course.
Oh.
So that didn't count, but I definitely ran in the 18s besides that. Let's see. Yeah, it says I need to, like, log in
When I look at
to see these stats.
When I look at Andrew Clark, Berlin High School, nothing comes up, man. Well, Berlin High School.
No, I found my account. I just can't see anything. Okay, so
Oh wait,
I will
this is
see...
records. Were you like one of the best in your school's history?
No. So I did find myself...
It says you kind of are. In the 400 meters, you were number 17.
I mean,
you
yeah,
ran a
maybe.
55.39.
I wouldn't consider 17 to be, like, best in school history.
I mean, it's in the records.
What was my time?
55.39.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Austin Johnson had you beat though.
Yeah, no, Austin Johnson was he was faster than I was.
Built different. Jacob Wagner had you beat.
Yep, him too.
Rafael Pisano had you beat just barely.
No.
Yep.
Raphael didn't beat me.
0.07 seconds faster.
No.
Yep. It's
That's
in the
not
books.
true.
Oh, wow. Donald
That's not
Trump
true.
over here.
So here's the thing. Okay, so I can see my stats for track. All I can see in cross country was that in one of my races I ran 18:59 as one of my times in 2013.
That is faster than Lucas.
That was the Division II sectionals in late October. That would have been the last cross country race that I ever ran.
They must not have hooked up your track profile with your cross country profile. And I also can't seem to find your cross country profile. So I'm starting to think you didn't do it.
I'm looking at it right now. If you go to search and search Andrew Clark, Berlin, Wisconsin, I'm there.
Ryan, were you number 7 on your football team?
Absolutely.
Okay, there is a full profile of you on Max Preps.
Yeah.
Did they make this highlight reel of you, or was that you or somebody close to you?
They're probably taking from my Wishsports account.
Okay.
I did make one for Wishsports, but that was like a lot of people on my football team would try to get recruited just for fun, like even though they knew that they couldn't. Like I have the world famous story of me sending my highlight tape to LSU and them actually responding, asking for more tape. Like they were like, "Oh yeah," because I mean they see someone who is 6'3" and 200 pounds, and they're like, and wide receiver, and they're like, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? He could be bad, and then they asked for more tape, and I was like, I mean, that's all the tape. You saw it all, man.
Actually, Ron, I don't know how to tell you this. Max Preps might have screwed you over. You're only 195 on here. I could have done it.
Yeah, that was probably it. No, I think I was officially listed at 195, and I think it's because they didn't want to list me at 200. I think by the end of the season, in particular, I was like 203.
Why would they want to list you at 200? We can't let the other team know that this guy is this good.
Well, I'm a wide receiver.
Ah, okay.
That's a big fucking boy for high school wide receiver. Literally, like me and the other wide receiver who was the actual like number one. Like I was the number 2 guy, and I mean you start 2 wide receivers generally. So I was like basically a starter. He was the number 1 guy. We were the 2 like biggest receivers in the conference, and it wasn't particularly close. Like most teams, it was like 6 foot, 170, and like shit like that. Because you have to be kind of fast generally,
right?
But because we almost exclusively ran the ball, we were mostly blockers. So they kind of didn't give a fuck. They were like, yeah, whatever. You run a 5 flat 40. That's totally fine. You're gonna be blocking dudes that are 5'6", 140. Like, it's very beneficial to us if you're legitimately 9 inches taller and have 60 pounds on these guys.
I was about to say, you put a couple of good blocks in that video.
Yeah, the good old highlight tape where I literally put in all the good blocks. Which I stand by to this day as a fucking good bit.
Hey, if you keep putting up blocks like that, you can be a wide receiver on the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, no, I need to work out for them. I think they're just signing anybody at this point off of practice squads. Yeah, and then at one point I think my coach was like, "Yeah, no, like I put in a good word, and you can like do a walk-on tryout at UW if you're going there." And I'm like, like. I don't want to die.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I have the literal raw size, and that is it. I don't have the strength. I don't have the speed. I don't have anything else. I will die. So, yeah, that was a good time. But, yeah, no, good old Max Preps. They had us ranked as, I want to say, the 60th best team in the state.
All right.
Which was like, oh my god, that's crazy for us. And we were supposed to play the second best team in the state championship in my division. And lo and behold, we were upset by the evil Lacrosse Logan, who came out of nowhere to toss us off our throne.
Could have gotten even more tape, could have sent LSU more material, and then...
Ironically enough, our coach decided to run almost exclusively double tight end formations in that loss to Lacrosse Logan, and I'm not going to blame it on that, but we only scored 9 points, and I'm going to say it's no small part due to the fact that we were out of our base formation for the majority of the game. I don't care that it's creating a mismatch, Coach Pottinger. we practice in this base formation for 75% of practice. The tight ends are just defensive ends that you have awkwardly tried to shoehorn into tight end. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yes, 12 personnel, the most high-octane package.
I mean, we ran the fucking wishbone and the flexbone.
Now you're just making
was
stuff
not in our
up.
vocabulary.
Now you're just making it up.
We had shit called the mule train, which was... If we ever took the lead against a team that we thought was better than us, we would run the ball down their throats and then let the ref count down till there was only 1 second left on the play clock so that we could just burn as much time as possible and try to steal the win.
Jesus.
That was a thing. That was a strategy we had, and it worked like 3 different times. We conned everyone into thinking we were good because all the teams were like, I mean, we kind of don't know how to stop the option, but like when they're literally one of their possessions takes an entire quarter, what the fuck are we supposed to do? We can't get on the field. So, yeah.
I was about to make a joke about you saying something to your coach, like, if I end up circling Uncle Ricky territory, it is on you. But no, you admitting that,
I'm in it.
That was a strategy you guys deployed successfully. Absolutely. I can't top that. Damn.
I was the third leading receiver on my team, and I had less than 100 yards receiving on the year. It's pretty fucking bad in there, man.
So
passing the ball was like a joke thing that we did every once in a while.
I looked up the wishbone formation because I honestly didn't even know what it was.
Oh, that's real.
No. I know it's real because I had heard of it before, but I still didn't really know what it was. Basically, you got a quarterback with a fullback and 2 running backs.
Yep.
And this quote from its Wikipedia page is, "The wishbone was considered to be the most productive and innovative offensive scheme in college football during the 1970s.
Yeah, that was Notre Dame, baby. Literally, and all the running backs put their hands in the dirt, like fullbacks. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we literally had one of my best friends was the fullback who was, I think, 5'11", 220, and ran like a 5'7", 40. Just literally basically Derrick Henry for rural Wisconsin high school football.
Oh my God.
Except for much, much slower, obviously, but yeah. It was a good fucking time, man. And then our biggest lineman was only 200 pounds because we would just fucking run it down your throat, or they would just get in the way in the right way. I look back on that very fondly.
Oh.
Even though it's incredibly easy to meme. Because we were very backwards facing. So, yeah.
All right. I think we're getting to the end here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Andrew and I are in agreement for once. Good chapter of Chainsaw Man this week.
Yeah, like, actually really solid. Just some good shit.
I think Andrew's doing the path of least resistance at this point.
No, I'm actually serious. I thought it was pretty good.
I just pictured Lucas. So, Andrew, this week's chapter is pretty good, right? And you're like, yeah, man.
Yep.
Really solid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just
like
good content.
Basically, the big criticism that I had of Chainsaw Man was it seems like it has the potential to be good, but every time like something, impactful happens, they ruin it, and they didn't ruin it this time. They just let a good thing, story-wise, happen, which was not like an enjoyable thing. It was
it was
an emotional, just a bad time, but like they did it really well. It was suspenseful, it was emotional. Yeah, it was just really good. And he didn't once pull on a chain in his chest and turn into a man with a chainsaw as a face. So I think maybe that just shouldn't ever happen again.
Chainsaw Man should never turn into Chainsaw Man again. That would certainly
Welcome to issue 83 of Man.
What can he even do without turning into Chainsaw Man? He's only a mortal.
If you're nothing without the chainsaw, then you really are nothing.
Live by the chainsaw, die by the chainsaw.
Well, listening to you guys talk about Chainsaw Man generally sends me to check my phone for recent events. Kenosha, Wisconsin, black man, quote unquote, resisting arrest, received 8 rounds into the back and head from point blank range in front of his children.
Oh my God.
Yep. So, yeah.
He's not dead.
Yeah. Somehow.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but like the man that he was is probably dead. Like
potentially.
Yeah.
Getting shot in the head is never a good thing.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking.
we're still here.
Yeah.
It's absolutely still a thing. Black Lives Matter absolutely still needs to be a thing that is said, and all these distracting Save the Children protests organized by QAnon are fucking doing exactly that, just taking away from an actual issue that is actually happening.
Fucking Proud Boys were out in Portland over the weekend, and fucking, okay, I guess cops are only interested in beating the shit out of people who are critical of them.
Yeah, someone posted, I think it was 5 years ago, the FBI had created a report about the worrying threat to our nation that involved white supremacists infiltrating law enforcement agencies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, infiltrating,
cool.
if that's just the whole thing.
Yeah, cool, huh? So that's just actually a thing now. And yeah, there was a really good picture from Portland of like literally 70 cops, and then, you know, two sides of, you know, pretty heavily armed and shielded, and like protesters and rioters and everything like that on both sides. And the cop, all 70 of them were facing the Antifa / Black Lives Matter side, and not a single one facing the far right activist side, who most of them were brandishing guns and paintball guns and knives and mace and like balls and chain and shit. Like,
oh, so just medieval shit.
Yeah. Yup.
But God forbid you pick up a brick that the police put there for you to pick up.
Lord have mercy if you throw a milkshake.
Yeah. Robert Evans, one of my favorite journalists currently active, is he's based in Portland. So he was at the protests, obviously, and videotaped a man who just attacked him out of fucking nowhere, even though he had his press pass and everything like that. The dude like was trying to hit his phone with his giant ass nightstick, and like broke the fuck out of his finger. Mm-hmm. Like very clearly was bleeding everywhere, bent at a weird angle. So someone else recorded him calmly trying to talk to the dude that broke his finger. Like, why did you do that to me? Like, what are you here for? Why were you trying to hurt people and stuff? And the man just keeps bashing him with his shield as he's calmly trying to like interview this guy that just broke his finger. So, yeah,
that's
where we are, man.
That's who police have chosen to protect, and that's why it's, I don't think at all a controversial statement to make right now that policing in America needs massive reform, if not outright abolition, and then we figure out a different system, because this sure as hell ain't working.
Well, that's the problem, is that it is controversial. Like, saying Black Lives Matter is controversial. Saying that you don't want the country to be fascist is controversial. And like, the police are, you know, the problem, but also the problem is the people that are just completely okay with what they're doing, and then not just okay with them, but like supporting them wholeheartedly, like in what they're doing.
What was the thing that ran on CBS today? Like 50% of all Republicans are cool with as many people dying in America of COVID as what has died. Like
56%.
57%. So more than half.
57% thought that the amount of COVID deaths was acceptable.
Yep.
So, and then I think the RNC chair was like, this can't be right. And I'm like, I'd be curious what would happen if Republicans conducted that survey, because I bet you it'd be almost exactly the same. Like, it's pretty unabashed.
I bet it would be higher. I bet if it was coming from a Republican source, if people knew they were talking to a Republican source and not CBS, that
they'd be more willing to state what they think.
Republicans are not allowed to act surprised if their supporters are pieces of shit when they chose like one of their speakers at their committee to be the people that brandished guns at people that just were walking down the street.
Yeah. And also, what's it called? Ahead of the RNC, they released a document that basically outlined their party's positions for the upcoming election, which is standard fare. And for like the first time ever, it was literally basically like, we stand behind Donald Trump's America First policies. Like, that was it. Their policy is basically
Donald Trump.
We are Donald Trump's party. That's it. There's no actual policies. We're not advocating for tax cuts. We're not like saying that, oh, we're gonna, make the system more efficient or anything like that. Any of their usual bullshit that they try to come up with. Just completely like, yeah, if you like Donald Trump, vote for us. That's it. That's all there is to it. So.
Fuck yeah, tear. God damn it. I know this is getting into Marie Antoinette shit, but this still kind of pisses me off. Fuck yeah, let's tear even more of. Let's replant Jackie Kennedy's crabapple trees just so Melania can tear them out again. What's other just petty, mean spirited shit we can do? Well, we're about just being. No, when we're just openly about being petty and mean spirited.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. And for me, that document makes me nervous because even though Trump is doing not great in the polls, they're still clearly backing him. So to me, that sounds like
there are not going to be any Republicans that don't stand with Donald Trump at this point.
Well, and also 2024 and 2028.
Yeah, no, even
2032 and
Donald Trump.
2036.
If Donald Trump died tomorrow, the Republican Party would still be the party of Trump.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Donald Trump's policies, if you can even call them that, are here to stay in the Republican Party. We're not going back to the days of Republicans are just shitheads with ideas that I don't agree with. Like, where it's beyond that at this point. No going back.
Yup.
Can we get away with just making "Fuck Republicans" the title of this episode?
Good luck with that.
Probably not good for the SEO.
Well, what are the Spotify guidelines?
I haven't even looked into that.
Huh? All right. Fuck. No good transition off of this depressing shit, but that's the world we live in. Keep fighting to change it, everyone, please. But also remember to take care of yourself, and hopefully this podcast can be a rejuvenating and hopefully clarifying experience for you listening. And we appreciate you listening. And we definitely appreciate Central Richard Nixon, Tiffany Cole, and Sucky Badger for donating to this podcast. Special shout-outs to Sucky Badger, bumping up to $15 a month for their Patreon donation, exceeding even our highest tier. That is greatly appreciated. You can check us out, Voluntary Viewing at patreon.com, Voluntary Viewing, or no, patreon.com/voluntary viewing. I forget what the URL is, but it's in the description. Also be sure to email us your questions, voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Actually checking that out this time, answering those on the Quarantine Cast, sometimes. Also check us out on Twitter, at V2_podcast for updates. And then, as always, if you are financially able to, please make a donation using the Act Blue link in the description of this episode. That will help out a collection of great causes that really need it right now. Also follow me, Lucas the Writer, on Twitter. If you want to have a good time. If you're into it. If you're not, I get it, but come on. Come on, you're into it. Come on. What note are we ending on?
I think
Clap.
that.
Oh, yeah, we need to do a clap sync. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening. Stay strong. Talk to you tomorrow.